They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And Tony, Connellsville won their first playoff game since 2005 last night, blanking McKeesport 6-0.
Yeah, and a great win for him. A good pitching performance by Bo Bigham, and actually brought the bats, scored 6 runs, and shut out McKeesport in that opening game. But now the prize they get is the number 1 seed Peters Township, which is loaded, only losing 1 game this year, and that was against Albert Gallatin, and what everybody's really calling the upset of the year.
Yeah, because that was Albert Gallatin's only win so far this season. These two schools played in the same conference. Peters Township won 10-0 at home, but only eked out a 5-4 win over Connellsville at Connellsville. So we'll see what this afternoon and the evening's game has in store. Peters Township and Connellsville will also have more playoff action on WMBS tomorrow as Uniontown will take on Knock, and we'll preview that game on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Welcome to our fast Ford window. How can I assist you?
I'd like to pick up one of your trucks, please.
Okay, small, medium, large, or we could even supersize that for you.
Wow, what's the supersize?
It's a Super Duty Super Crew.
Perfect. I'll go for that one.
Would you like a single or a double?
Huh?
Single wheel or dually?
Let's go all out. Give me a dually.
Okay, you knew I was going to ask. Do you want fries with that? Haha, or maybe a family deal?
Definitely the family deal. They're going to love it.
Okay, you're all set.
Wow, technology sure is changing everything. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, and gone are the days when Megan Ford had 500 cars on our lot. But now, ordering your new Ford is fast and easy at MeganFord.com. It's custom built for you, by you. You select the model, color, equipment, and before long, your new Ford will arrive on our lot. Visit MeganFord.com or give us a call today at 724-628-2720.
Everybody needs reliable internet, whether you're working from home, taking online classes, or just keeping up with friends on social media. Good thing there's Zoom Internet from Armstrong. We have the speed to meet your needs, delivered right into your home on our advanced fiber optic network. Get high-speed internet for as low as $34.95 per month with no contracts and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
The Catholic War Veterans is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. They'll be having their Veterans Appreciation Breakfast on May 22nd. Police, firefighters, and first responders are also welcome. Additionally, their 12th annual Frank L. Musica golf outing is this year. They have proudly given 37 scholarships to area students since its inception. Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Tomorrow at Uniontown taking on Knock, and we had an opportunity to talk to the Red Raiders head coach, Kenny Musco. And Kenny, this playoff appearance, a long time coming, first time in the postseason since 2014.
Yeah, man, it's great. Like I said, we've been close for a few years in and out, missed by a game or two here and there all the way through. And then one time we tied for it and thought we were in, and then we were out. And then it takes me back to the one year we lost to Ringgold 2 times that year, and we lost by 1 run, both on air as we were winning in the 7th inning to Ringgold. And it just goes to really fire you up that Ringgold goes on to win the states that year. So, we're just happy to be back, man. That's all.
And looking for your first playoff win since 1983. It's been a long time there as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Trying to do some research now, and we've, we think every game's winnable. So we have a good shot. We just got to go out and focus on what we can do and take care of our stuff on our side of the field, and I think we should be okay.
Yeah, as you said, I think this 4A field certainly very balanced. What do you know about your opponent, the Knock Knights?
To be honest with you, not a whole lot. I mean, I have a few things here and there. It's just like most other high school teams. You have 1 or 2 guys that can hit the ball a little bit, and everyone has 1 or 2 arms, and you just got to hope the rest of your team, besides your starting pitcher, and everyone comes out and does their job.
Yeah, obviously your pitching has not been an issue. It's been solid throughout the course of the season. The big question is, you're going to be able to get the bats going a little bit here for the postseason.
Absolutely, and obviously we're working and working a little harder, et cetera. Just to manage and try to get on base somehow, some way. So that's where we're at. That's what we're working on. And you're right. That's what we've been our struggle all season long, man. So we definitely got to bring the bats.
Now I imagine you'll be starting Christian.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And he's been great, man. He takes it with pride, and he goes out there and he wants to win every game. So he gives us a great opportunity. And like I said, as long as we play solid defense around him, and just got to hit the baseball.
And not a bad venue at all, playing at Norwin. Will give your fans an opportunity to make the trek up, too, and catch the game.
Sure. Yeah, it's not super far away or anything like that. We're looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck on Wednesday. We'll see you out there.
Hey, Brian, thanks again, man. Appreciate you guys. Have a great one.
At Uniontown head coach Kenny Musko, the Red Raiders will battle the Knock Knights Wednesday at 4 o'clock here on WM.
Going on now at Seattle Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, 5 new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash trade equity and GM Lease loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Bring forward the home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 624 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MamarukaPizza.com for their menu.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Peters Township taking on Connellsville. 5A first-round action from Ross Memorial Park. Connellsville to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Tony with our lineup.
All right, leading off for the Connellsville Falcons tonight will be right fielder Case Shear. Batting second baseman Zachary David. Batting third will be the starting pitcher James Domer. Batting cleanup will be the third baseman Mason May. In the 5 spot, first baseman Jacob Pushkar. Batting sixth will be center fielder Jared Huff. Batting seventh will be the designated hitter Anthony Piasecki. He'll be DHing for Taryn Kemp, who's starting at short today. In the 8th spot will be catcher Ethan Schultz, and batting ninth will be left fielder Jerry Gales.
Defensively for Peters Township, Bryce Thompson out in the left, Tucker Ferris in center, and Nick Sampson in right. Around the horn is Drew Rapepi playing third, Jack Kale playing short, Joey Badillion playing second, and Wes Parker playing first. Jack Ludy catching and Sam Miller pitching for Miller's 9th appearance, 4-0 record, 2.33 ERA. Has started 5 games, will be his 6th start, or 24 innings, giving up 19 hits, 13 runs, 8 of them earned, struck out 41 and walked 16. Case Shear at the plate, swings at the first pitch and sends it high in the air in foul territory on the right side, and making the catch, the right fielder Nick Sampson for the first out of the inning.
Sampson went a long way. That wind's still blowing. We saw that in the first game, Brian. That ball carried a long way into foul territory, but Sampson able to get under there and make the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Last year, Peters Township qualified for the WPIAL semis and first round of the PIAA playoffs, but Connellsville won both meetings over the Indians, winning by scores of 11-8 and 4-3 as Zach David steps in. The lefty against the righty Sam Miller takes strike one. David, senior second baseman, batting .306 with an RBI so far this season for the Connellsville Falcons.
Well, an extremely senior-laden team for Peters Township. 13 seniors on this roster.
0-1 pitch just missed. It's Brian Gillespie calling the balls and strikes today. Brett Schimmel and Bob Bonus, your base umpires.
Brett Schimmel, I remember him from our Hark days.
1-1 on the way. And that just missed. Peters Township thought it was strike two. So 2-1 to Zach David.
And Miller, not disappointed, but just asking the ump if it was out a little bit. He's just trying to figure out where the strike zone's going to be tonight here.
2-1 pitch on the way, and this ball chopped right up the middle. Tough play there for Badillion. He's just able to field the ball, has no throw. And Zach David, a one-out infield single for Connellsville here in the top half of the first inning.
What a good start for the Falcons. As we said, scored 6 runs last night, shutting out McKeesport. David going to take a look over.
Now James Domer, the Connellsville pitcher, coming to the plate, batting .343 with 13 RBIs so far this season. First pitch to Domer, a little low and inside for ball one. Good block there for the catcher, Jack Ludy.
Yeah, Ludy with a nice job keeping that ball in front of him. As we said, a little bit of room back here behind home plate. David would have made it to second base easily there.
From the stretch, Miller now 1-0 to James Domer. Fastball fouled off on the left side. Evens up the count at 1-1. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on our Triple Live High School Sports Network video feed. Nick Barczyk and Sarah Kemp back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Primary election 2022 coverage starts after high school baseball tonight, courtesy of West Media Group. Now the 1-1 here, Miller to Domer. Pitch on the way, another fastball called strike. 1-2 now to James Domer. Connellsville has to have a little confidence, Tone, after that 6-0 playoff win over McKeesport in a preliminary round game last night.
I definitely agree with you, Brian. I mean, that's a nice win for them to go to the next round, and they've been playing some very good baseball here lately. Won 7 of their last 8.
1-2, breaking ball fouled off on the left side there by Domer. Count remains 1-2.
And they hit a little skid about mid-season where they played Thomas Jefferson, Bethel Park, lost 5 in a row.
Lost a game against Laurel Highlands as well, 5-2 in a non-conference game back on April 14th.
Right. But like I said, since the end of April, have won 7 of their last 8.
1-2, and this one hit high in the air again in foul territory on the left side. It'll be over the fence, out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Again, Peters Township, the #1 seed, as we mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Only loss against Albert Gallatin, and that was Albert Gallatin's only win so far this season.
And as you spoke to Coach Popovich last week with the LHAG game, he said his team played a perfect game.
Yeah, could not have done anything better, had some things go their way, and it took a perfect game, and they got a perfect game in that win over Peters Township at Albert Gallatin. I think Peters Township 10-run Albert Gallatin in the second meeting. 1-2 pitch, and they're going to call that a strike 3 on James Domer.
Yeah, Domer looked like he was looking for a fastball there and actually just got a breaking pitch, was a little out in front of it. Could not check his swing. So it's going to be the first strikeout for Miller.
Now Mason May coming to the plate. May, senior third baseman, batting .259 with 10 RBIs for the Connellsville Falcons. Got a one-step lead off first there for Zach David. Pitch on the way. Misses low and outside for ball one. More playoff baseball on WMBS tomorrow with Uniontown taking on Knock. That's 4A first-round action from Norwin High School. Hoping to dodge the raindrops tomorrow afternoon. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled off there by May. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, there's I do not recall any cover down there for us.
No,
Brian,
we'll call and check. I sent an inquiry out and did not get a response back as of yet, so I might be packing a pop-up tent tomorrow for that one.
I think we might have to.
Now the 1-1 on the way. Called strike. 1-2 now to Mason May.
Miller's got a pretty nice breaking pitch. You can see how he got 41 strikeouts in only 24 innings of work.
Got 42 earlier on this inning against
right.
James Domer. Now looking for 43. 1-2 pitch on the way. Comes back with a fastball. Missed low and outside. Evens up the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, David being held over there by Wes Parker, but David really not with a very big lead.
Winner here will take on either Penn Trafford or Hampton. They actually played earlier on today at West Mifflin. Did not get a final score there. 2-2 pitch on the way. Another fastball. Well hit. Deep to center field. Backing up is Tucker Ferris. He'll get under it and make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Falcons strand Zach David, who played a half inning scoreless. Connellsville and Peters Township here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Peters Township coming to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Game scoreless, Connellsville and Peters. Here's Tony with the Peters Township batting lineup.
All right, for Peters Township, leading off will be third baseman Drew Rapepi. Batting second will be shortstop Jack Kale. In the third spot will be the pitcher Sam Miller. Batting cleanup, first baseman Wes Parker. In the 5 spot, left fielder Bryce Thompson. Batting sixth will be catcher Jack Ludy. Batting 7th will be second baseman Joey Bedelian. Batting 8th, center fielder Tucker Ferris. And batting 9th is right fielder Nick Sampson.
Defensively for Connellsville, Jerry Gales out in left, Jared Hoke in center, and Kay Shearer in right. Mason May playing third, Taryn Kemp playing short. Zach David playing second, and Jacob Pushkar playing first. James Domer pitching, Ethan Schultz catching for the Connellsville Falcons. And the first pitch on the way, called strike to Drew Rapepi, the senior third baseman for Peters Township, who comes in with a .431 average, a homer, and 18 RBIs.
Rapepi, a pit recruit.
0-1 pitch, and therefore a strike again. 0-2 to Rapepi, and he didn't like the call.
Yeah, it was looked like it might have been a little bit outside, but he is standing right on top of the plate. And he's telling the home plate umpire, telling the dugout to go sit down. quit giving him some noise.
Connellsville in the away blues, white numbers, gray pants, blue pinstripe on the pants. 0-2 pitch, missed low and outside. Peters Township, the home whites. They have black numbers, red trim around the numbers, and a white stripe, or a red stripe, on the white pants. 1-2 now. Domer to Rapepi. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Domer gets the pit recruit to swing and miss and record the first strikeout of this bottom half of the first inning.
I'll tell you one thing, he did not get cheated there either. I mean, if he would have got pat on the ball there, it might have gone a long way, but wow, did he get a vicious cut there. A nice pitch by Domer on the breaking pitch to get Rapepi to strike out.
Now Jack Kale, the senior shortstop, coming to the plate, batting .391 with 2 homers and 18 RBIs, and Kale fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. It was amazing, Tony. You were showing me some of the colleges that these Peters Township players are heading to next year. Very impressive. Sampson going to Grove City, Parker Toledo, Kale Columbia, Miller Columbia, Natali Rutgers, Melagrain Allegheny, and then Rapepi Pitt.
Yeah, not bad.
No, not bad at all. Not too many high schools can say they're sending that many kids to the next level to play college baseball.
Yeah, and look at how many Division I.
Yes.
That's the best part. You look at Toledo, Columbia, Rutgers, and Pitt. I mean,
many kids going to Columbia.
Wow. That's what I said, 13 seniors on this team. But extremely impressive, and you can see why they're number 1 seed in the WPI on the playoffs.
Kale fouled off the 1-1. Count now 1-2. It's on the way, and Kale fouls off another pitch. Count remains 1-2. Again, we're coming your way from Ross Memorial Park in Washington, Pennsylvania, right near the Wild Things field in Washington. They'll hold most of the consolation PIAA play-in games here at Ross Memorial Park, with the championship games at Wild Things Field. 1-2, maybe a little pitch out there. Count now even at 2-2 from Domer to Kale.
Tried to get Kale to chase there, but good eye by Kale to hold off on that pitch.
Now the 2-2 on the way, and that ball hit high in the air to left center field. Moving over is Jared Hoke, able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. And I'll bring up the senior pitcher, Sam Miller. And all of these batting averages, Tony, amazing as well, including the low average of Tucker Ferris at 286. Everyone 286 or above in the Peters Township lineup today.
Well, as a team batting 381, Brian, impressive. And I was looking at the other stats. As a team, 12 home runs. And that's pretty impressive in high school play.
Sam Miller takes the first pitch low for ball one. Miller batting .446. He has 5 home runs and 31 RBIs so far this season.
And he's also a Columbia recruit, so he and Kale headed there together.
20th game of the season for Peters Township. They come in again 18-1, and that ball grounded foul on the left side. Evens up the count at 1-1. Again, this a 1-16 matchup. Peters Township, the number 1 seed. Connellsville trying to play spoiler, seeded 16. Won a play-in game yesterday over McKeesport.
They're trying to pull a Albert Gallatin on him.
Yes, 1-1 on the way, and that ball ripped deep to left field. Jerry Gales back to the wall. That one's over the wall and gone. Solo home run, Sam Miller. His 6th home run of the season gives Peters Township a 1-0 lead.
Just turned on that fastball. Looked like Domer went a little 3/4. And Miller able to catch up with that one and take it out to left field. And he hit that ball a long way. As you said, Brian, his 6th home run of the year. 32nd RBI on the year. So an extremely impressive season for Sam Miller. So a home run to go along with the RBI and aids his own cause since he's on the mound as well. So Miller gives Peters Township a quick 1-0 lead. Here comes Wes Parker.
Time called by the home plate umpire.
I think the home plate umpire got a kick because I saw Parker. He kissed his bat. I think he had to step out for a minute.
First pitch on the way. Missed for ball 1 to Wes Parker.
Yeah, he actually stepped in and gave his bat a little kiss. I think
don't see too many guys doing that.
I didn't see that one before.
At least there's no dirt on this field today. Might be a little cleaner than normal.
Yeah.
1-0, missed inside 2-0. See how Domer responds after giving up that home run to Miller.
Well, Domer's got to be careful here as well. Parker, the Toledo recruit, he's got 4 home runs on the year as well.
Batting .350, 18 RBIs. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one hits Wes Parker.
Yeah, Parker really had no chance to get out of the way. It was a breaking pitch that kind of started way outside. So he's going to wear that one and give his team a runner at first base. And it's going to bring up Bryce Thompson. Thompson, the starting left fielder today.
Senior batting .373 with 17 RBIs. Domer looks in, a little glance over his shoulder at Parker at first, delivers the pitch. It's in there for a strike, 0-1.
And this Peters Township team, just a whole lot of talent.
Yeah, up and down the lineup, you can see why they're the number 1 seed in 5A this season. Now the 0-1 on the way. Fastball misses low. Good block there from the catcher, Ethan Schultz. Count now even at 1-1.
Schultz, nice looking catcher back there for Connellsville. Looking into the dugout and getting the signs, trying to fight the sun.
Connellsville program. Very heady squad, and that ball chopped to third. There is Mason May. Long throw over first. It's high. Goes over the head of Jacob Pushkar. Look out here. Opportunity for Wes Parker, who will hold up down at third. You have to call that zone E5.
Yeah, going to have to give him an error. That was right. Made a nice play, fielded it cleanly, but just sailed on him a little bit. So Thompson's going to reach second. Parker now at third.
They have Luddy coming to the plate. Jack Luddy, the catcher, batting .377 with 17 RBIs. Luddy, junior for this Peters Township team. He takes the first pitch for a strike. You have Luddy, a lefty, against the righty James Domer. But a trouble spot here for the Falcons after getting Repepi to strike out and Kale to fly out. Sam Miller's solo home run made it 1-0, and then Parker getting hit and Thompson getting on via an error. Now a balk called there on Domer. That will allow a run to score. Wow.
I didn't really see what he did. I don't know if he moved his shoulders or kind of flinched towards the plate. Looks like Connellsville's looking for an explanation. The home plate umpire going to go discuss it with coach. So I guess he's satisfied with the explanation, but really he's not going to win that argument anyway.
No, you're right on that.
Head coach Raw Borndorf happy with his explanation.
That ball from Luddy hit high in the air, deep in the infield, and calling off everyone else and charging in from left field is Jerry Gales to make the catch to end the inning. So Peters Township scoring 2 runs, one on the solo shot from Sam Miller, and Wes Parker scoring on a balk as Peters Township leads Connellsville 2-0 after 1 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the new us, here for you.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Peters Township a 2-0 lead over Connellsville, top of the second inning. It's Jacob Pushkar, Jared Hoke, and Anthony Pieseski due up for Connellsville. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. Pushkar, senior first baseman, batting .279 with a homer and 10 RBIs. Facing Sam Miller, who whined and fired the first pitch here to Pushkar. Breaking ball, called strike, 0-1.
Yeah, I had Miller for 14 pitches unofficially in that first inning.
Now the 0-1. On the way, another fastball swing and a miss from Pushkar. Takes us to 0-2. Connellsville just one hit in that top half of the first inning. Infield single from Zach David.
And he was stranded.
Now the 0-2 pitch on the way, another breaking ball. This one chopped to third. Could be a tough play for Repepi. And the pit recruit with a gun over to first to Wes Parker to retire Pushkar 5-3. Threw that about 100 miles an hour over to first.
That was a shot. I really didn't think he was going to have a chance to get him, but wow, look at that gun he has.
I think Parker's still shaking his glove over there. Caught a little stinger.
Tell you what, that was impressive. Whoa.
Now Jared Hoke coming to the plate. Hoke, the senior center fielder, batting just a .167 with 7 RBIs. Miller's first pitch, breaking ball high, actually almost came up here. 1-0, just got away from Sam Miller. Things cooling off a little bit, temperature dropping into the 60s, still relatively clear skies. Lights not on yet here at Ross Memorial Park. Sun sets just after 8:30 this evening.
It's still pretty nice out here, no doubt.
1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball hit high in the air to shallow center field, and the play will be made by the shortstop, Jack Kale, for the second out of the inning. Anthony Pieseski coming to the plate, sophomore designated hitter, batting .143 with just an RBI for Pieseski.
And he's hitting in place of Taryn Kemp, who gets the start at short.
Not often you see a shortstop being hit for. Peters Township not using a designated hitter on their side today. First pitch swinging there and a hit in the center field for Piseski. So we saw that in the first game as well, Tone. Some of these guys with lower averages coming through with hits, and Piseski doing just that there. A single into center field with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting. First pitch swinging, laces it right back up the middle. Miller with no chance to grab that one. So now it's going to bring up catcher Ethan Schultz.
Didn't have any stats for Schultz for some reason. He was missing from the stats entry page. I have to think it was just omitted for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Takes the first pitch high for ball 1.
Yeah, not exactly sure why either. I didn't even notice that.
Now, sometimes, though, that Max Prep stats program will, like, kick out players for some reason.
Yeah.
We were having that issue with a couple basketball guys when Billy Dice and I were importing some stats during the winter season. I assume that's probably what happened there with Schultz as he fouls off that one, even if the count at 1-1. Sometimes that has to do with their number, like double zeros. They didn't like the double zeros for basketball. But you have a 22 here, so who knows what the situation is for Schultz. But I would seriously doubt it's his first varsity at-bat of the season coming here in the playoffs.
No, highly doubt that.
1-1 on the way. This one chopped to short. Kale charging. Throw over to Badillion at second for the 3rd out of the inning. So ends up going 6-4, retiring Piseski at second. So Connellsville with 2 hits through an inning and a half, but they trail 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at CR Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease it through GMS for well-qualified individuals at $10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law perfect.
Everybody needs reliable internet, whether you're working from home, taking online classes, or just keeping up with friends on social media. Good thing there's Zoom Internet from Armstrong. We have the speeds to meet your needs, delivered right into your home on our advanced fiber optic network. Get high-speed internet for as low as $34.95 per month with no contract and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
Joey Badillion leading off the bottom half of the second for Peters Township. Takes ball 1 against James Domer.
And we were talking during the break, Connellsville needs a quick inning here.
You got a strike here from Domer on Badillion, even if the count at 1-1. Badillion coming in with a .343 average, 5 RBIs for the Indians' second baseman.
A lot of lefties in this lineup.
Domer's 1-1. That one went right off the home plate umpire, went off of his shin, Brian Gillespie.
And you got to hope that he's got something underneath there, but it doesn't look like it.
No. He's trying to walk it off right now, but that's has to sting a little bit.
Oh, it's getting cooler out there, too. I mean, he kind of caught it. Got to hope that must have steel-toed shoes on or whatever, but, man, he's –
gives a thumbs up. He's ready.
Yep. He's struggling a little bit.
Take it's not the first time he's been caught. It might be a little sore tomorrow.
No. You know, I actually think we had him up at a Laurel Highlands game.
Okay.
Or maybe a Uniontown game. I think he was thanking us after a game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does look familiar.
Yeah, he looks extremely familiar. That's why. Yep.
Nonetheless, count now 1-2. Good to see Mr. Badillion back behind home plate. There's a shot. Nice snag from Domer. And he'll scoop it over to first to Jacob Pushkar to retire Badillion 1-3 for the first out of this bottom half of the second inning.
Nice job by Domer there. I think he was kind of surprised that ball was in his glove.
I think so, too.
Kind of thought it was past him a little bit, but nice catch.
He kind of stuck it out, and the ball found the glove.
It's quite all right.
Sometimes just works out that way, doesn't it?
It happens that way, so nice play. So one batter, one out.
Now Tucker Ferris coming to the plate. Ferris batting .286. We'll take the first pitch for ball one.
Yeah, the ump's still feeling that a little bit. You can see trying to flex it out there a little bit.
1-0 on the way, and that one outside. There's the count at 2-0.
You know that's going to feel good tomorrow.
Yeah. He's still trying to shake it out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I can't blame him.
You can tell he's in a little bit of pain.
Yes, sir.
Trying to tough it out. 2-0 pitch, and therefore a strike, 2-1.
Nice pitch right on the corner there by Domer. Froze Tucker Ferris there a little bit. He must have been looking for something different, but good pitch by Domer.
2-1 on the way, and Ferris line drive into left, right into the glove of Jerry Gales for the second out of the inning.
Gales has made a couple nice plays out there on left for Connellsville. Good looking outfielder.
Now Nick Sampson coming to the plate. Sampson, senior right fielder, batting .459 with 16 RBIs. And not too many drop-offs up and down this Peters Township lineup. Pretty nice when you have your number 9 hitter batting .459 as Sampson takes strike one from Domer.
Yeah, that's quite a luxury, I must say. Normally you get through like 5 or 6.
Now the 0-1, another line drive going right to first base. Jacob Pushkar gloves it down for the third out of the inning. So we said Connellsville needed a quick inning. They got a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the second. It's Peters Township 2, Connellsville nothing after 2 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Jerry Gales, Case Shear, and Zach David due up for Connellsville here in the top half of the third. Peters Township a 2-0 lead over Connellsville. Gales coming in with a 120 average, senior left fielder with an RBI so far this season. And Gales swings at the first pitch. Fair ball. Nice snag there from the first baseman, Wes Parker, who makes the play 3 unassisted.
Beautiful play there by Parker. That ball was going down the line. If it would have gotten that corner, it was possible the Gales might have got a triple out of it. But beautiful play by Parker, ranging to his left, making the diving snag and able to beat Gales to first base. So 1 out. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Case Shear, who flew out to right field his first time up.
Sophomore came in with a 238 average and 9 RBIs. Take the first pitch here for a strike, 0-1. Peters Township, 2 runs on just 1 hit so far. Connellsville without a run, but have 2 hits, and they've committed 1 error. Now the 0-1 here to Case Shear. Fastball misses low and outside.
Case with that Marucci bat. Our friend Jack was in the other day.
Yes. Down at the Laurel Highlands Albert Gallatin game, and this one popped up high in the air from Shear to shallow left center field, and it'll be Tucker Ferris getting under it to make the catch for the second out of the inning. A 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the third. Now Zach David, who had an infield single for Connellsville, first time up coming to the plate. Senior second baseman batting .306 with an RBI. Bats from the left side against the righty Sam Miller.
And David, one of the 2 hits for Connellsville.
Miller's first pitch here to David, and therefore a strike 0-1. The Falcons trying to get the bats going. Trailing 2-0 here, top of the third inning. Connellsville playing some pretty good baseball, as Tony said. They've won 7 of their last 8. Ground ball here to second. Badillion to first. To Wes Parker to retire David 4-3. So 1-2-3. Top half of the third. We're moving right along. 2-0 Peters Township over Connellsville as we head to the bottom of the third here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Go to Ford Uniontown and trade me.
John Clinton from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Summer is right around the corner and our inventory is heating up. I know you don't see a lot of new vehicles on our lot. However, we have hundreds inbound. We have over 50 F-Series, 30 Explorers, 20 EcoSports, and much, much more all on the way. Stop, click, or call to reserve yours today. The early bird gets the worm, and the customer that shops with us gets the vehicle they deserve. If you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to place a factory order just for you. So let's talk about pre-owned. We have over 70 on the lot and ready to go. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive interest rates. Now, I know I've talked about this before, and it still stands true. Your trade-in value is going to help offset new car prices, so don't miss out. We'll be closed Monday, Memorial Day, to remember and honor those who served. That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's, or FordofUniontown.com.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Moving now to the bottom of the third inning, and things get a little dicey here for Connellsville, facing the top of the order. Drew Rapepi, the pit recruit, leading things off, for Peters Township. Here in the bottom half of the third, Indians lead the Falcons 2-0. First pitch to Rapepi, hit on the ground to second. Should be routine. Scooped up there by David. Over to Pushkar to retire Rapepi 4-3 for the first out of the inning.
It's a big out, too. You can see Rapepi, as we said, does not get cheated on those swings.
Now bring up Jack Kale.
Yeah, but first pitch swinging, so it's going to bring up Kale. Kale flew out to center fielder Jared Hoke first time up.
First pitch here to Kale, fouled off on the left side, moves the count to 0-1. Kale came in with a .391 average, 2 homers and 18 RBIs. And you said he's headed to Columbia, correct?
Headed to Columbia with Sam Miller.
Yep.
Actually, saw it in a pretty nice article in the Post-Gazette a couple weeks ago.
And Kale sending this one high in the air to left field. Jerry Gale's getting under to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So credit Connellsville defensively, Tony. They've now retired 6 straight Indians.
Yeah, he's settled down really just, and even in that first inning, he got Rapepi to strike out and got Kale to fly out, gave up the home run to Miller and hit a batter.
Yep. The only hit they've given up is that home run to Miller back in the first inning.
Exactly.
And Miller at the plate again, fouls off the first pitch at 0-1.
I'm not so sure I'd throw him anything inside.
No, I agree.
He turned on that fastball the last time up. Took that ball a long way.
Now the 0-1 on the way, and this ball chopped, going to short. Kemp is there, throw over to first in time, and a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the third inning, so we're moving right along to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Peters Township over Connellsville here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at Cedar Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, 5 new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months of $2,999 cash trade equity, and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at Emmenard Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. Emmenard Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount. And check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
James Domer, Mason May, and Jacob Pushkar due up for Connellsville here in the top half of the fourth. Been a competitive game so far. Peters Township a 2-0 lead over Connellsville.
It's been an excellent game so far, and Connellsville got a lot to be happy about right now. Only trailing 2-0, but still in this game, and Domer's pitching a nice game for them so far.
Especially a 1-16 game, you never really know what you're going to get.
No. Like we said, they got a nice pitching performance last night from Bo Bigham, who threw a complete game. And now Domer trying to help himself out here and get on base.
First pitch to Domer, breaking ball, just missed outside, count at 1-0. Now the Peters Township side, they've retired 4 straight. Schultz to end the top of the second, and then Gale, Shear, and David in that third. And this ball hit high into center field, getting under Tucker Ferris to make the catch for the first out of this top half of the fourth.
Tell you what, Ferris makes everything look easy out there in center field. Nice looking outfielder, just glides towards the ball. Does a nice job. I was looking at the pitching stats too. It looks like he's their ace.
Yes.
So probably holding him out for the next round.
I believe 5A quarters are on Thursday as well. And now at the plate, Mason May. She'll check swing on the right side. Badillion is there. Throw over to first to Wes Parker. And May retired 4-3 for the second out of this top half of the fourth.
Pretty good job out there by second baseman Badillion. Showed that he's got a nice glove and a nice arm to go along with it.
Yeah, the winner here will take on either Penn Trafford or Hampton coming up on Thursday. Mars and Char Valley, Greater Latrobe, and Thomas Jefferson, the rest of that bracket. And now at the plate, Jacob Pushkar. First pitch to Jacob, and therefore a strike 0-1. Bethel Park, the number 2 seed. Gateway came in seeded 15, South Fayette 7, Franklin Regional 10, West Allegheny 3, Fox Chapel 14, and Shaler 6, Plum 11. They're playing under the lights tonight at North Allegheny. Now Rob Orndorff coming over and talking to Jacob Pushkar here. An 0-1 counts with 2 outs, top of the fourth inning, and a 2-0 lead for Peters Township over Connellsville.
Actually, maybe just trying to slow Miller down a little bit. He's pitching pretty quick. I got a feeling he's just trying to get him out of his rhythm a little.
He's been mowing him down. Now 6 straight retired for Sam Miller. Now the 0-1 here to Jacob Pushkar. It's on the way. Check swing, didn't go. Pitch missed, even up the count at 1-1. Pushkar came in, 279 average, a homer and 10 RBIs. The senior first baseman, as Tony said, he grounded out 5-3 first time up. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Another nice breaking ball there from Sam Miller.
Yeah, just slow curve there. And able to get Pushkar swinging.
Now the 1-2 on the way. Fastball check swing didn't go. Evens up the count at 2-2. We'll have all the final WPIAL high school baseball playoff scores posted later on tonight up on our WMBS Facebook page. Again, we'll have Uniontown and Knock for a first-round action for you tomorrow. 2-2 on the way. A little high and inside. Moves the count to 3-2.
It sounds like the Connellsville faithful getting a little rowdy over there.
Yes. Payoff pitch now. On the way to Jacob Pushkar. It's inside for ball 4, and Connellsville with a base runner.
First walk of the game for Miller.
Now Jared Hoke coming to the plate. Hoke popped up to shortstop Jacob Kale first time up. First time Connellsville's had a base runner since the second inning when Anthony Piseski singled.
Hoke flew out to shortstop Kale last time up.
Not much of a lead off first there from Pushkar.
No, I was watching, they really haven't gotten much of a lead at all. And
First
I'm sure,
pitch in there for a strike to Hoke.
Yeah, I'm sure that they know. I was watching in warm-ups there, too. Ludi, he's got a cannon behind home plate, so I'm sure that you won't see Connellsville try to run it all.
That ball hit high in the air and a left. Bryce Thompson getting under it. He'll make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Indians yield the walk to Pushkar, but that's it. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. We're halfway home already, and it's a 2-0 lead for Peters Township over Connellsville here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local high school baseball teams the best of luck this season and invite you to listen to his show every Tuesday at 3:15 here on WMBS. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now at the Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, 5 new roads. Lease is a GMF for well-qualified individuals at $10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash rate equity and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Bring forward the home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Wes Parker, Bryce Thompson, and Jack Luddy due up for Peters Township here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Indians a 2-0 lead over Connellsville. Mustangs, though, have retired 7 straight Indians as we move here to the bottom of the fourth inning. James Domer doing a nice job on the mound here for the Falcons. This ball hit high into the air to right center field from Wes Parker, and backing off and making the grab there, Jarrett Hoke for the first out of the inning there for Connellsville defensively in center field.
Hoke also a nice-looking center fielder. He'll be going to LaRoche.
Nice.
Sign with them. But smooth, drifted a long way back. That ball was a shot. Thought it was actually going to fall in the gap, but Hoke able to track it down.
Now 8 straight retired. Bryce Thompson, the last Indian to reach base safely, got on via an error. It was a throwing error back in the first inning. He takes the first pitch for strike one.
And Domer doing a fantastic job here so far tonight.
0-1 pitch, just missed. A little low there to even up the count at 1-1.
By my count, only 40 pitches so far at this point in the game. 6-pitch inning in the third.
And we're here in the bottom of the fourth. This one sent foul on the right side. And Peters Township got their first run on a Sam Miller solo home run back in the first inning. And then you had Wes Parker hit by a pitch in the back, and Bryce Thompson got on via an error, and you had a balk call against Domer, which allowed Parker to score and make it 2-0 Peters Township. Now the 1-2 pitch here to Thompson, and this ball golfed into center field for an Indians hit, only their second hit of the game. Comes with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Thompson reaches base for the second time in this game, although the first time, as you said, on an error. But that's going to bring up Jack Luddy. Luddy flew out to left field his first time up.
Lefty Luddy against the righty Domer. We'll see how aggressive they get with Thompson over on first. First pitch, a breaking ball. Just missed, a little low and outside. 1-0 to Jack Luddy.
Thompson with a little bit of a lead over there. A little bit bigger than what we've seen by Connellsville.
Throw over to first, head first slide back safely there from Thompson. Again, tomorrow it's 4A first-round action from Norwood High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders looking for their first playoff win since 1983 against Knock. 4 o'clock first pitch on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show around 3:50 tomorrow. They do have a new artificial surface over the last couple of years over at Norwin High School.
Definitely a nice facility, and we're hoping the rain holds off. That's it.
Yeah, they can get us some cover. We'd appreciate it tomorrow. If anybody from Norwin's listening. If not, I'm packing the pop-up tent tomorrow for the Red Raiders and the Knights. And that pitch just missed. As Brian Gillespie shakes his head. It's 3-0 now to Jack Luddy.
Yeah, I think that Domer wanted that pitch as well. Did not miss by much.
Now the 3-0. That's a called strike. 3-1. Luddy appeared to be taking all the way.
And I'm looking at the stats. I can't tell if Thompson was 4 for 7 stealing or if he had 7 stolen bases.
He's going now. Pitch in there for a strike. Throw down to second. And the throw actually hit Thompson as he was sliding into second.
I don't think they would have had him anyway. He had a pretty good jump. Good throw by Schultz, but Thompson just slid right into the ball. Went to the shortstop side, but still couldn't advance on that, so he'll be at second.
He's in scoring position, and we have a 3-2 count now on Luddy. Pitch on the way, and Luddy sends this one high in the air, deep to left, but moving back and making the grab there, Jerry Gales for the second out of the inning with a hit on the left side, nowhere for Thompson to advance. So now 2 outs with Joey Badillion coming to the plate. Reminder, this game, the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIL, WMBS, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening and viewing audience. Any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIL, WMBS, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. First pitch missing there to Joey Badillion from James Domer, so the count at 1-0.
Yeah, Badillion robbed last time up. Domer with that throw the glove at it, and he got it. Was retired on that ground back to the pitcher.
Lights popping on now. Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 1-1. I don't think we've blown any circuits, so that's good news.
It's definitely cooling off over here. You can feel that, too. A little bit of a breeze. I'm looking out in the stands. I see a lot of people in shorts and short sleeves shirts. They may regret that later.
I brought the long sleeves here just to be safe. 1-1, showing bunt and sending it foul on the left side is Badillion. So Badillion trying to catch Connellsville off guard there, fouling it off on the left side.
You know, he saw third baseman May playing deep, but just couldn't get that down. If he would have got it down, I'm sure he would have got a base hit out of it. But surprising to try to drop down a bunt with 2 outs.
Falcons weren't fooled. Now the 1-2 on the way. Another breaking ball missing outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. Connellsville trying to escape here without any farther damage being done by Peters Township. It's been competitive, though, just a 2-0 lead for the Indians over the Falcons.
Yeah, we're seeing a very good high school game right now.
2-2 on the way, and this ball grounded to first. Fair ball, routine here for Pushkar. Makes the play, 3 unassisted for the final outs of this bottom half of the 4th inning. So still 2-0 Peters Township over Connellsville, moving to the top of the 5th here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
To Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Summer is right around the corner and our inventory is heating up. I know you don't see a lot of new vehicles on our lot. However, we have hundreds inbound. We have over 50 F-Series, 30 Explorers, 20 EcoSports, and much, much more all on the way. Stop, click, or call to reserve yours today. The early bird gets the worm, and the customer that shops with us gets the vehicle they deserve. If you have a bit more time, we'll be happy to... So let's talk about pre-owned. We have over 70 on the lot and ready to go. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive interest rates. Now, I know I've talked about this before, and it still stands true. Your trade-in value is going to help offset new car prices, so don't miss out. We'll be closed Monday, Memorial Day, to remember and honor those who served. That's 40 Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's, or 40uniontown.com.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Ross Memorial Park at Washington and Jefferson, top of the 5th inning. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 duo for Connellsville. Anthony Piseski, Ethan Schultz, and Jerry Gales for the Falcons, who trail 2-0. Not much going on the scoreboard, Tone, on the Peters Township side. 2 runs on 2 hits. Connellsville, without a run, they have 2 hits. They've committed 1 error.
And we're seeing a pitcher's duel here tonight, no doubt, but good game. Very good high school game so far.
Anthony Piseski, who picked up 1 of 2 Connellsville hits at the plate, and he'll take the first pitch, 4-1.
Yeah, and unofficially I have that as the 40th pitch for Miller.
The 1-0, pitch 41. Missed again, so the count now at 2-0. Again, he's been efficient, top of the 5th. Again, we only play 7 here in the high school game. Our second of 2. Burgettstown defeated California earlier on today in our opening game. 2-0 called a strike, now 2-1 to Anthony Piseski.
Yeah, a little bit surprising that game. We kind of thought it would be a little tighter, but Burgettstown, they just brought the lumber today.
2-1 on the way, and this ball chopped high. Chopper here going to second, but Dillian doesn't have a play on it. He even had Kale, the shortstop, come over trying to pick it up, thinking he had a better angle. But Piseski picking up his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 2. Second infield single of the game as well for Connellsville.
Exactly right. And it's a thing, he kind of hit it off the plate, and on this turf, it took a huge bounce. Actually took 2 huge bounces. Really no chance at all for Bedelia to make that play.
Ethan Schultz now showing bunt. Pops it up. That's trouble. And the ball's caught. They're looking to turn 2. They won't do it. Heads up play there from Piseski to get back on the bag and not get doubled up off of first.
Yeah, it's tough. You got to get that down. Schultz mad at himself right there, and he should be. Probably should have just backed off and not tried to get that. It was a high pitch, and he caught it high and just popped it up. So now Gales coming to the plate. Gales was retired on a beautiful play by Parker at first base.
First pitch here in for a strike, 0-1. And mentioned it was a high pitch, and never good when it's a high bunt coming back either.
No, you gotta make it to where you can get it on the ground, and he just tried to go to it and just couldn't do anything with it.
0-1, check swing. Not going around, though, as Gales, as he pulled back, evens up the count at 1-1. And coming up next, primary election coverage. Coverage will start either after this game or whenever the results start coming in tonight, courtesy of West Media Group. Nick Barczyk will get things started with Phil Michael, Russ Rhodes, George Rattay. Our intern Sarah Camp helping out tonight as well. I'll be in later on this evening after I make the trek back from Washington. 1-1 on the way, and just getting a foul tip there is Jerry Gales.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the races, that's for sure.
Yep. One local race, of course, the 51st district race on the Republican side between Ryan Perupski and Matt Dowling, the incumbent. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Jerry Gales goes down. And for Miller, just his second strikeout of the game.
That's impressive. So we said Connellsville putting the ball in play. Really, he came in, as we said earlier, 41 strikeouts in 24 innings of work.
Only 16 walks when shot by Shear on the left side. Third baseman Rapepi. Long throw over to first, a little high, but brought down by Wes Parker, the first baseman, as Shear is retired to end the inning. So the Falcons end up stranding Piseski after the infield single to get things started. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-0 Peters Township over Connellsville here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Going on now at Connellsville Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away $23 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with 2,999 cash trade equity, and GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Hitters 8, 9, and 1 for Peters Township due up here in the bottom half of the fifth inning as Tucker Ferris fouls off the first pitch on the left side from Connellsville's James Domer. Ferris flew out to Jerry Gales and left the last time up. And haven't had a run scored in this game since the bottom half of the first.
Tell you what, though, it's been a good game to watch.
I agree. I like these kind of games. 0-1 pitch just missed. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much.
Only about 55 minutes in so far as well. Right here in the bottom of the fifth. Again, we play just 7.
Well, really, when you look at it on both sides, it's a nice pitch there. Catches that outside corner.
There's the count to 1-2.
I've got Domer with 56 pitches, and I've got Miller with 49. So it's a big difference.
Great job by both starters. There's a chopper going to third. Mason May, long throw over to first. It's high and wide. And that will allow Ferris to get down to second. Have to score that E5. Second E5 in my book.
It almost looks like, you got to wonder, he kind of threw it like 3/4 instead of coming straight over the top. But interestingly enough, I mean, it was the same exact throw to the left side of
that
first
was the
baseman.
Initial Bryce Thompson grounder back in the first inning, went in the exact same direction.
Yeah, and it was to the left side of Pushkar, so it would have taken him into the runner, so he really had no chance to get it anyway.
That's a killer if you're Connellsville. Now you have Ferris in scoring position, laying down the bunt right down the third baseline. Perfectly executed from Nick Sampson. Bunt and single puts runners on the corners for Peters Township with nobody out.
Yeah, and that's tough. Now you got runner in scoring position, nobody out. You got the top of the order coming up in Rapepi, and he's like the last guy you want to see. As you said, coming in .431 on the year, 18 RBIs, 1 home run.
And not much you can do about that if you're Domer. You get a routine ground ball. Should have been an out from the Ferris grounder, and then Sampson laying down a bunt single where he probably wouldn't have laid that down if the bases were empty.
Well, the thing of it is, Sampson laid it down perfectly. He had to lay it down the third baseline because he knew that May was going to be holding at third.
Correct.
To get the runner. So he couldn't have done any better with that bunt no matter what. I mean, it was perfectly placed.
First pitch in there for a strike to Drew Rapepi. Rapepi rarely, if you ever see him 0 for 2 in a game, well, he's 0 for 2 today. Came in with a .431 average. Now stepping off the mound, no throw there from Domer. Remember, Domer called for a balk earlier back in the first inning. That scored the second Peters Township run. And now you're going to have Coach Orndorff coming out here along with catcher Ethan Schultz and have a little discussion here with pitcher James Domer. Whole infield coming in as well for the Falcons.
I think he's basically going to tell him, you can't worry about the runners at this point in time. You just got to get to the point where, okay, get an out, try to get out of this inning. I mean, obviously you have no outs yet, but just try to get out of it with maybe a run, not much more than that.
And, of course, these two teams very familiar with one another as well, played in the same conference. We mentioned Peters Township swept the season series, won the game at Connellsville by only a 5-4 margin, but won 10-0 at Peters Township. This game has been competitive so far this afternoon. Peters 2 runs on 3 hits. Connellsville 3 hits, but they've committed 2 crucial throwing errors.
Yeah, and that's been the difference, really. I mean, take the home run out, you're still looking at a 1-0 game.
Home plate umpire Brian Gillespie out to break up the infield meeting on the mound.
It's good to see he's not limping anymore.
No, he took one off the shin earlier if you're just joining us.
Yeah, he was limping around pretty good. He took a nice shot there. Doing a nice job behind the plate today, too. He's a real good umpire.
They've been a good crew here this afternoon.
Yes,
Again,
it has.
thanks to all the folks here at Washington and Jefferson. Every time we come down. First-rate hospitality, one of the nicer venues to call high school baseball for sure, and hopefully we're back later on in the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes, went a little low for ball one. Don't be surprised if you get a Laurel Highlands Beaver game maybe down here on Monday. They played here last year,
right,
in the first round. Game won by the Mustangs. Of course, Beaver has to get by Elizabeth forward first. Not sure where they'd put a Laurel Highlands EF game on Monday.
Well, that's a good question.
Could be back here. You never notice. Make both teams travel a little west.
You know what? I could see Hempfield or Mount Pleasant.
Make teams travel a little east and north.
Yeah, I think so. I think it all depends, too, on who's left.
Correct.
You're going to have more than one game, so.
Elizabeth Forward's gotten a couple of guys back. They had out injured earlier in the season, so expect to see them competitive against Beaver, and Peters Township is going to increase the lead here. Single in a right field for Drew Rapepi. That'll drive in Tucker Ferris. So for Rapepi, his 19th RBI of the season, increases the lead now to 3-0.
Yeah, just perfectly placed. Runner was breaking. Second baseman David went over to cover the bag, and just Rapepi hit it where they weren't.
So now you've had 3 straight Indians reach base safely here in the 5th inning. Jack Cale now coming to the plate. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nobody out. Now a 3-0 lead for Peters Township over Connellsville.
Now the bad part is Domer's pitching a nice game.
He is.
And just
getting the ground balls. This ball from Cale hit high in the air down the first base line in foul territory. The catch made by Case Shear for the first out of the inning, but it will drive in another Peters Township run as Nick Sampson scores on the play. So a sac fly RBI from Cale, his 19th RBI of the season. Sampson scores the inning's 2nd run for Peters Township and the game's 4th run for the Indians. It's 4-0.
And just like that, Peters Township extends the lead. And really, Domer should have fared better than that.
Yes, that's why they're the #1 seed here in 5A. Emily lost only 1 game all year. Fly ball deep to center. Jared Hoke getting under it to make the catch. The La Roche recruits records the 2nd out of the inning. Now Wes Parker will come to the plate. Parker hit by a pitch first time up and scored a run. Flew out to Hoke back in the 4th inning.
Parker headed to Toledo.
Yes. Brian Morozek alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Barczyk and Sarah Camp back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for WPIL High School Baseball Playoff action here on WMBS Uniontown and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. First pitch there from Domer, missing for ball 1 to Wes Parker.
Now Parker wants to keep his high school season going, no doubt.
1-0 pitch, a little low and outside, 2-0.
Before he even thinks about going to Toledo and playing in the MAC.
Yes. You got ACC, MAC, Ivy League, all on this Peters Township roster. 2-0 pitch on the way, chop foul on the left side, moves the count to 2-1. Of course, Tony, you'll join me tomorrow at Norwin for Uniontown and Knock, 4 o'clock first pitch for a first-round playoff action.
Got to wear my galoshes.
Yes, 2-1 on the way, and this one right up the middle. Play will be made there in the hole from Zach David. He'll just roll it over to first. Infield single for Wes Parker. Inning extended for the Indians.
Yeah, just one of those things. Again, a perfectly placed hit for Parker. Drove it up the middle. Domer couldn't recover enough to field it. Now that's going to bring up Bryce Thompson.
He's the 7th Peters Township batter here in this bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 already across. A 4-0 lead for the Indians over the Falcons. 4 runs now on 5 hits for Peters Township. A little check swing, got away there from Ethan Schultz. Runners will advance for Peters. As you have Rapepi now down to 3rd and Parker down to 2nd.
And it's a huge out right here for Connellsville. Got to get Thompson. Sure, they don't want to have the bases loaded. Or you don't need 2 more runs scored.
0-1 to Thompson. Misses low and outside, evens up the count at 1-1.
Ludi waiting on deck. Here's the pitch by Domer.
1-1 on the way, and this ball hit up the middle into center field. Repepi will score. Rounding third on his way to the plate is Wes Parker. No throw there. They'll throw down to second and get the final out of the inning at second after 2 additional runs scored on the play. Both Parker and Repepi coming across to make it 6-0. So that's 4 runs scored there in the inning for the Peters Township Indians. We've played 5. It's 6-0 Peters Township over Connellsville here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Everybody needs reliable internet, whether you're working from home, taking online classes, or just keeping up with friends on social media. Good thing there's Zoom Internet from Armstrong. We have the speed to meet your needs, delivered right into your home on our advanced fiber optic network. Get high-speed internet for as low as $34.95 per month with no contract and free local support and service. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/Zoom to find your speed and get started. Zoom from Armstrong, the best value in broadband.
Moving down to the top of the 6th, 6-0 now. Peters Township over Connellsville. Indians getting 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st, adding 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Zach David, James Domer, and Mason May due up here for Connellsville. First pitch swinging sent foul there from David, counted 0-1.
Yeah, and unofficially only 49 pitches through 5 innings for Miller. Make it 50 now.
You can't ask for much more than that as far as efficiency.
Extremely efficient.
0-1 on the way, and this ball hit opposite field left, but charging from left field and actually jumping high in the air, Bryce Thompson to make the catch. He had to run hard in from left towards left center. May have overrun it a little bit and had to jump to actually make the catch there on David for the inning's first out.
No, I think he definitely overran it. He was fortunate that ball didn't get over his head.
Now James Domer at the plate for Connellsville. Miller's first pitch here to Domer, and he'll send it opposite field left, charging again, this time not getting it, actually booting it off towards the fence. There is Thompson, and Domer with a stand-up double. It's a tough play there for Thompson, so I think you have to score that a double instead of a single in an air there on the Domer hits.
No, I'm in agreement with you. It was a tough play any way you look at it. He tried to give it a good effort to try to get to it, but it just fell in perfectly, and just trying to pick it up and just kind of kicked it a little bit. But, yeah, I think either way, Domer was probably going to make the second as it was.
Now Mason May at the plate. Mason 0 for 2 today. Full out to Tucker Ferris in center first time up and grounded out 4-3 back in the 4th inning. Now they have a runner in scoring position looking for their first run as we work here on the top of the 6th. As Jack Luddy will come out to talk to Sam Miller, the pitcher, and now they'll bring in Wes Parker from first and Drew Repepi from third as well.
Well, you got to wonder. I'm sure they're thinking he might try to drop down a bunt, but at this point in time, you're losing 6-0. Swing away.
Yeah, you have to.
Let's go. You
need 6 to come back in this one, and sack bunts aren't going to do it. Down 6 in the top of the 6th. Pitch a strike there from Miller. Count 0-1. May came in, 259 average and 10 RBIs.
And Domer's not going to try to steal either.
No.
So,
especially against the gun from Luddy. 0-1, misses low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Maybe they wanted to see where they wanted to go for dinner.
Yeah,
afterwards.
maybe. Getting out of here quick enough.
Yeah. Hey, how long's that buffet at Pizza Hut or something?
1-1 on the way. Just missed. Of course, we mentioned some of our sponsors, but I doubt Peters Township's going back to Uniontown to eat at Mamaruka's or Potter's.
Yeah, true.
Is Potter's
They're missing out, though.
Yep, they are.
They're missing.
Potter's did some remodeling, I guess, over the last week
yeah,
or two.
I went up the other day, but I didn't go on that side where the kitchen was. So
2-1 pitch and therefore a strike to even up the count at 2-2. I was joking with Harrison that they were installing the areas to do breakfast for dinner, especially for me. I don't think that's the case.
It's always been one of your biggest requests, I know.
2-2 on the way. And going around for strike 3 there is Mason May for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, only the third strikeout for Miller on the day, but a big strikeout there. Now it's going to bring up Jacob Pushkar. Pushkar walked his last time up and grounded out to third base. Rapepi in his first at bat in the second inning.
Came in with a .279 average, a homer and 10 RBIs for the Connellsville first baseman. Big time cut there, a swing and a miss, 0-1.
And Miller really in a groove. He's a nice looking pitcher. Got to wonder what Columbia's looking at him if he's going to. They're going to have him as a pitcher. Or
0-1 on the way, a little high. Even up the count at 1-1. Penn Trafford knocked off Hampton, so they await the winner of this game. Char Valley upset number 4 seeded Mars, so the 13th seeded Colts moving on, and they'll take on Thomas Jefferson, who upset Greater Latrobe.
Wow.
All kinds of upsets going on. And that ball hit high in the air in a right field catch made there by Nick Sampson for the third out of the inning. So Connellsville, after the double from Domer, ends up stranding him. And we'll move to the bottom of the 6-0 Peters Township over Connellsville here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night. Again, we're moving to the bottom of the 6th here from Ross Memorial Park. 6-0. Peters Township over Connellsville, hoping to have more right after this.
Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
We're back here moving to the bottom of the 6th. Some of the folks on the radio side, Tony, that missed the top of the 6th inning. Why don't you recap things for us?
all right, in the top of the 6th inning, Zach David led off, flew out to left field. James Domer hit a double to left, made it to second base. Mason May struck out. And then Jacob Pushkar flew out to right field. So in that inning, no runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left on for Connellsville.
And Jack Lodi leading off the bottom of the 6th here for Peters Township. And the count now even at 1-1. Lodi, Badillion, and Ferris due up for Peters Township. Again, Peters Township scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead to 6-0. And that ball hit on a line over Taryn Kemp into left center field. And a leadoff single for Jack Ludi and the Peters Township Indians here in the bottom half of the 6th as they lead at 6-0.
And a nice piece of hitting right there. Took that outside pitch, took it the other way. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner. That's number 37. It's going to be Will Summers running. It's a courtesy runner for Ludi.
I think that's the first time we've seen a courtesy runner used in this game.
It is. Yes, it is.
Now Joey Badillion coming to the plate, and Peters Township zone. A close play over at first. Head first slide back safely there from Summers.
That was close.
You get 4 runs here in the 6th inning, you can end the game at 10-0.
Yeah, well, they're at the point where, I mean, the bats are starting to come alive here, no doubt.
starting to wear down James Domer a bit as that one fouled off by Badillion. What's Domer's pitch count at right now?
I have him at 76,
okay,
unofficially.
And again, both Domer and Miller have pitched well. And you go back to that bottom of the 5th inning. Domer victimized by a throwing error and then a bunt single that probably wouldn't have been laid down if you didn't have the throwing error. And things kind of snowballed as the Indians scored 4 runs. Even go back to the 1st inning after giving up the home run from Miller and hit Parker in the back. You had a throwing error from Thompson that occurred before the balk that was called that drove in a run. And there's another hit from Joey Badillion. And you wonder how much longer will Connellsville leave Domer into the game. It's actually 4 straight hits going back to the last inning from Peters Township, because remember that bottom of the 5th ended when Thompson was thrown out at second, trying to advance down to second when the throw came in that they thought was going home.
Right. When he had his second hit of the game, but 2 RBIs. And now we're going to have, what, a pinch hitter?
Pinch hitter looks like.
That's going to be
14.
Jack Natale.
Yep. Isn't he headed somewhere next year as well?
I had him. If my reconnaissance was correct, I had him going to Rutgers.
Okay. Big Ten. I didn't mention that in the conferences I was naming off earlier. So he's not in the starting lineup, but headed to Rutgers. And he'll foul off the first pitch. Nice to have Rutgers guys on the bench. He's batting .375.
Yeah, that's
nice luxury to have, huh? To have Rutgers recruits coming off your bench.
They got a lot of luxuries on this team, no doubt. They're a good-looking baseball team.
0-1, little inside. Count now even at 1-1.
Disciplined, play well, smart. I was looking at some numbers too, Brian, earlier. They've only committed 23 errors all year. They've turned 19 double plays.
And they played 19 games coming into this one as well. Throw back to second, close play, and first slide back safely. Again, after we're done, it's primary election coverage, courtesy of West Media Group here on WMBS. Coverage will start when the results start pouring in. Nick Barczyk will get you started. I'll join the crew later on tonight. Russ Rhodes, George Rattay, Phil Michael. Our intern Sarah's back there. You had an opportunity to meet Sarah at the last Laurel Highlands baseball game against Albert Gallatin last week.
Yeah, I think I scared her to death.
Yes. She's here from California, University of Pennsylvania.
Yep.
For the next couple months. Nice to have her along board. 2-1 pitch now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Throw back to first. Close play. Back safely with a head first slide is Badillion.
Badillion was lucky there. Pushkar snuck in behind him. He was fortunate to get back. That play was a lot closer than it should have been.
2-1 pitch fouled off from the tally. Makes the count 2-2. We're starting to notice, though, Tony, on the Connellsville side, House are starting to get a little tougher to come by defensively.
Yes, they are.
Peters Township showing more pop in their bats. 2-2 on the way, and this one golf foul on the right side. Count remains 2-2.
He's got a pretty nice at bat here by Natale. He's fouled off a number of pitches already.
Wants to make sure he's in the starting lineup on Thursday for the quarterfinals.
Tell you what, this be a tough lineup to crack, that's for sure.
2-2 on the way. Check swing foul.
Out of play. Good hustle there by Schultz, but ball well out of play.
There might have been an injury situation as well for Natale earlier on this year. I noticed he was limited in the number of games he played.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And looking at the stats, it's like, oh, wait a minute. But you can see he's a nice-looking ball player too. Tall kid.
Now the 2-2. This ball sent foul on the left side. What's the updated pitch count now at Domer? Because it's been a long
I got
half of the 6th.
I got him at 85.
Okay.
I try to look for the roster. Natale. Oh, no, they don't have heights. I was looking for. It's got to be. Looks like he's about 6'3", 6'4".
Another 2-2. And a throw back to second. Had a lot of close plays on these throwbacks, but no pickoffs yet in this game.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. you get to that point when you're trying to pick guys off and things. It means you're questioning your stuff.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a good pitch there from James Domer. First down of the inning. And for Domer, that's only the second strikeout he's recorded in this game. Sent down Repepe to start the game, and then sending down a tally there. The only 2 he's recorded tonight.
And looking at it, he's hit a guy.
Yes.
But he has not issued any walks.
Nick Sampson now at the plate. Takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. Sampson lined out to Jacob Pushkar at first base back in the second inning, then had a bunt single, scored a run in the 5th. Peters Township wrapping up the 3rd trip through the batting order.
And that was one of the best-looking bunts you'll ever see right there.
1-0 pitch was a little inside, and it's popped up high in the air to the left. Jerry Gales makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Runners stay pat. With it being on the left side, we're back to the top of the order, and Drew Repepe as Peters Township starts their 4th trip through. Repepe 1 for 3 today with an RBI and a run scored. That came in the last at-bat. Single to right center field.
Repepe, the only other strikeout victim for Domer, and that was the first batter of the game.
Yes. Time now called by Brian Gillespie, the home plate umpire. A little dirt there on the plate.
I think he's trying to give somebody a little time.
I got you.
Looks
wiping
like
off his shoes, but there's not really much
No.
dirt out there. You might have a couple of the little nibbles there, but that's about it. I think he's repositioning his base umpires.
Yeah, I think he was kind of waiting a little bit there.
The first pitch to Repepe catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Repepe singled and scored last time up, drove in a run. And again, he's got the same situation. You've got second baseman David up.
And a well-hit ball here in the gap to right center, and Repepe will hop it over the wall. Book rule double for Drew Repepe.
So Repepe with another RBI.
You'll have Summers, the courtesy runner, score on the play, and they'll send Badillion back to 3rd. And he would have scored easily, Tony, with that ball in the gap. With it being the book rule double, you only advance 2 bases.
Right. Ball just hit off of that turf and shot up in the air.
Repepe now 20 RBIs for the season, has 2 today, and that might be it for James Domer. Now 7-0, Peters Township over Connellsville. Now with 2 runners on, and you have Kale coming to the plate. Kale could actually end the game here if he comes around to score. Let's see if they make a pitching change.
I don't think they're going to. I mean, at this point, you really don't. I mean, is there anybody warming up? I don't think. To pull somebody in, you've got 2 outs. I think I'd ride him here, but I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough. You bring somebody else in, could be trouble.
And Domer's pitched well and will remain in the game for now on the Connellsville side.
He does. He's pitched a great game, really. He does deserve better. There's no doubt. But
I mean, how often do you face the number 1 seed? I mean, for Connellsville, yes, it's their 3rd meeting with Peters Township this year, but Domer's actually done what he's supposed to do throughout much of this game, just has not gotten the support at times throughout the evening.
Most definitely.
First pitch now to Jack Kale, and Kale with a little one-hopper going to second. David, a little juggle, regains, throws over to first to Pushkar to retire Kale 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So Peters Township tacks another run on after 6. It's Peters Township 7, Connellsville nothing here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Welcome to our fast Ford window. How can I assist you?
I'd like to pick up one of your trucks, please.
Okay, small, medium, large, or we could even supersize that for you.
Wow, what's the supersize?
It's a Super Duty Super Crew.
Perfect. I'll go for that one.
Would you like a single or a double?
Huh?
Single wheel or dually?
Let's go all out. Give me a dually.
Okay, you knew I was going to ask. Do you want fries with that? Haha, or maybe a family deal?
Definitely the family deal. They're going to love it.
Okay, you're all set.
Wow, technology sure is changing everything. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, and gone are the days when Megan Ford had 500 cars on her lot, but now ordering your new Ford is fast and easy at MeganFord.com. It's custom built for you, by you. You select the model, color, equipment, and before long, your new Ford will arrive on our lot. Visit MeganFord.com or give us a call today at 724-628-2720.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Connellsville down to their final 3 outs. They'll have Jared Hoke, Anthony Piseski, and Ethan Schultz due up here in the top half of the 7th inning. Tucker Ferris did re-enter the game in center field for Peters Township. Remember, they pinch hit Jack Natale for Ferris in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Jared Hoke, who's 0 for 2 today, steps into the batter's box, and we're set to go here as Sam Miller looks for the complete game shutout. First pitch on the way, breaking ball strike for Miller.
And a good start there. Got to wonder, I guess, Peters Township probably going to throw Ferris on Thursday.
I would think so. And there's a ground ball going to second. Badillion there. Throw over to first in time to Wes Parker to retire Hoke 4-3 for the first out of the inning. Get all the 5A quarterfinal round games played on Thursday. Laurel Highlands won't play until Monday in 4A. 4A first-round games tomorrow, and they'll play quarterfinals and semis back-to-back Monday and Tuesday of next week. And now at the plate, Anthony Piseski takes strike one, 0-1. And we mentioned a couple of upsets in the 5A bracket so far, with seeds 12 and 13 advancing. Don't see that every day. 13-seeded Char Valley, victory over Mars. Thomas Jefferson, win over Greater Latrobe.
Just don't know what's going to happen baseball-wise. It's interesting, you know. Sometimes the bats work and sometimes they don't.
0-2 pitch, a little high and inside. That one caught Brian Gillespie, I think, there again.
I know. He caught one on his shoulder there, I think. Maybe
he's going to be needs an ice bath after the game.
He's going to tell you what, man. He's getting beat up back there.
Yes, he is.
He needs double pay, combat pay.
Got 1-2 now to Piseski. Fouls off another one. Count remains 1-2.
I was in when I was in Florida, we were talking to a guy, and his son was working at the course, and they said he was a catcher. And I said, oh, the tools of ignorance. He had no idea what I even meant.
1-2 pitch again. Check swing, didn't go. Pitch missed low and outside. It's up the count at 2-2.
I said, oh, you never heard that? He goes, nope. I said, oh, okay.
Of course, our colleague Gary Frankhauser knows all about that.
Oh, yeah.
He was a catcher in his younger days. 2-2 pitch, just missed a little high and inside. We're full of 3-2.
Yeah, it's a tough position, man. Umpire's not far behind.
No, because you're just right behind the catcher, and sometimes you're standing up a little taller above him, and you might catch more than the catcher at times. That one ripped foul on the right side there from Piseski.
Kind of wonder how many baseballs are over there.
Yeah, I would think a lot. I mean, anywhere we go, it seems like a lot of lost baseballs, especially these high school and small college venues. And try to do a lot, though, to track them down and retrieve as many as possible. 3-2 pitch on the way. This one chopped, and it's going to go right back to Miller. Tough play, though. Quick throw over to first in time to Wes Parker to retire Piseski 1-3 for the second out of the inning. Or one out away, from ending this game here in the top of the 7th. Ethan Schultz coming to the plate now for Connellsville.
That's the first time Piseski was retired all game. He was 2 for 2 heading into that at bat.
Connellsville played a game last night, about an hour and 28 minutes. We're an hour and 29 minutes long for this one. First pitch to Ethan Schultz inside for ball 1, but 2 nice quick games back to back. Assuming we don't have anything extended late here.
Well, at this point, Miller's firing on all cylinders right now.
1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. What's his pitch count at right now? Just looking at efficiency.
I have him at 73.
Wow.
If that's right.
So averaging just over 10 pitches an inning. 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, chopped to third. Ruled foul. They ruled it a foul ball. Count 1-2.
Repepe had to show off that cannon anyway, and I don't blame him. A nice throw. He's a good-looking ball player, boy.
Lost his shades over there, too.
Yeah, you don't need those now.
No, he had them on top of his hat.
Yeah. That's for looks. It's 8:30 at night. You don't need those sunglasses.
Wear sunglasses at night. 1-2
That's
on
it.
the way. Oh, it hit him. And nailed him. He gets right up and goes to first. But, of course, Tony, he's a catcher, so, of course, it didn't bother
That's
him.
right. It's one of those things.
So a base runner for the Falcons. Now with Jerry Gales coming to the plate. Gales 0 for 2 today. So Connellsville with 4 hits, but they haven't had an inning with more than 1 hit.
Right.
Infield single in the first, single in the second. Retired 1, 2, 3 in the third. Walk in the fourth. Infield single in the fifth. Double in the sixth. And now Schultz hit by a pitch here in the seventh. Gales at the plate takes ball 1 from Sam Miller.
I'll tell you how anal I am. That's actually the 8th hit batter by Miller this year.
Wow.
I was looking at his stats.
I'm impressed that you're actually going through all these stats.
Well, I look
so
at
detailed.
I look at certain things. Hey, come on.
Going around there was Gales, count even at 1-1.
No, actually, when I look at all that stuff, I kind of pick up certain things.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's actually
Good tendencies.
He actually hit 8 batters.
I think that's rather probably maybe average. Would you say? Maybe slightly above average. I'd have to look at the full series of numbers. It's probably, as far as his appearances, 1 hit batsman per game.
Right.
Going around there for strike 2.
They said he didn't.
He didn't go. Wow. Thought he went from here.
That was a big groan from the Peters Township dugout.
They want to get out of here too.
Yeah.
7-0 game.
Oh yeah, it's understandable.
2-1 now on the way. A little inside. 3-1. Now to Jerry Gales.
Okay, so yeah, this is his 9th appearance. Yeah.
That's just over, or just under 1 hit batsman per game.
Pretty good control, though, really.
Yep. Count now 3-1.
16 walks in 41 innings.
3-1 pitch on the way. That's a called strike, 3-2. Maybe Nick Barczyk can find out what the major league average is as far as hit batsmen per game among pitchers as far as Major League Baseball goes, to compare that. Nick probably knows that off the top of his head.
I bet you it's not as much as you think.
3-2 pitch on the way, runner going. That pitch is low for ball 4. Wow.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's not as much as you think.
That's the first time in this game that Connellsville has had multiple base runners in a single inning. They're going to bring the whole infield in here. And also Peters Township skipper Mike Placio coming out as well. They call him Rocky.
Rocky.
2 base runners.
Just trying to settle things down, say, guess what? You got a lead. These runners aren't going to hurt you. Here it is. Get it out, and we're done.
You get more high school baseball playoff action tomorrow from Norwin, 4 o'clock start. Red Raiders and the Knock Knights. Monday, we'll have the Laurel Highlands quarterfinal round game for you against either Elizabeth Forward or Beaver. Don't have a site or location, of course, or time for that game on Monday as of yet. So now you have Case Shear on the top of the order up for Connellsville. Falcons start their 4th trip through the batting lineup here in the top of the 7th inning. Down 7-0. 7 runs on 9 hits for Peters Township so far. Connellsville has not scored. They have 4 hits, committed 2 errors so far as Shear takes strike 1. He's 0 for 3 today.
0 for 3, and Miller just needed that little chat. Settle him down a little bit. Try to get this final out.
0-1 pitch hit high in the air in foul territory on the right side. It'll go over the fence and out of play for strike 2.
Good effort there by Parker. So now 0-2. This is the most pitches he's thrown in 1 inning. I have him down for 22 pitches.
They made him work here in the top of the 7th.
Yes, they have.
think sometimes you see a 7-0 game go to the top of the 7th. Think it'll be a quick 1-2-3 inning. Not the case here today as Shear calls time.
Yeah, Shear called time early. Miller's kind of looking, thinking, wait a minute, did he call it in the windup? But no, he called him whenever he was set.
Miller looking for his 4th strikeout of the game. Looking to end things, and he does just that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Shear. And the Peters Township Indians will take on Penn Trafford in the quarterfinals coming up on Thursday. 7-0 win over the Connellsville Falcons. We'll tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS and on the Turbo Live High School Sports Network.
Going on now at Arthur Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $223 a month. First payment and security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $2,999 cash trade equity and GM Lease loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is with tax, title, and fees. First payment and security deposit waived. Sale ends May 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Catholic War Veterans is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. They'll be having their Veterans Appreciation Breakfast on May 22nd. Police, firefighters, and first responders are also welcome. Additionally, their 12th annual Frank L. Musica golf outing is this year. They have proudly given 37 scholarships to area students since its inception. Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Peters Township a 7-0 win over Connellsville to advance to the quarterfinals to take on Penn Trafford. Loss ends Connellsville's season. And by the way, Tony, of course, our crack producer Nick Barczyk tracked down their major league average as far as hit batters per game. The high, the Mets at .69, the low, the Pirates at .14. So how about that? Nick on the ball.
You ask and you shall receive. That's it. Nicky's on the game.
Why don't you recap this game? 7-0 win for Peters Township over Connellsville.
For the victorious Peters Township, they advanced to play in the next round. They scored 7 runs tonight on 9 hits. Committed no errors, left 4 men on base. Hitting stars today for Peters Township. Drew Rapepi had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Jack Cale with an RBI. Sam Miller with that home run in the first inning. He had an RBI. Wes Parker a hit and an RBI. I'm sorry, he had 1 hit and an RBI. Bryce Thompson 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Ludi, Badillion, and Nick Sampson all with hits for Peters Township. On the other side for Connellsville, they scored no runs on 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 7 men on base. Hits for Connellsville today, Anthony Piasecki had 2 hits. Zach David with 1 and James Domer with a double. And that was really it for Connellsville. Not able to score any runs, not able to play anything. Final numbers on the victorious Sam Miller. He's the winning pitcher. Goes to 5-0 on the season. He gave up no runs, obviously none of them earned. Gave up 4 hits, had 4 strikeouts, 2 bases on balls, and 1 hit by pitch in his 7 innings of work. On Domer's end, gave up 7 runs, only 4 of those were earned. Obviously gave up 9 hits, left 4 men on base, had 2 strikeouts, and only a hit by pitch. So Domer with a nice pitching effort for Connellsville, but Connellsville just could not get the bats going, Brian.
Yeah, enjoyable game. Falcons hung around as long as they could here this evening, but Peters Township a 7-0 win. Again, we'll have more WPIL high school baseball playoff action for you tomorrow here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. The Knock Knights taking on the Uniontown Red Raiders for a first-round action from Norwin High School. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 3:50. First pitch set for 4 o'clock. We'll also have more action for you on Monday as Laurel Highlands will take on either Elizabeth Forward or Beaver. Tony, it was fun as always.
It was fun. We saw a couple good high school baseball games, and unfortunately the teams that we were covering weren't able to win, but let's go Uniontown and let's go Mustangs.
Yes, we'll see what happens tomorrow. For Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera with our video feed on the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Nick Barczyk and Sarah Camp, our new intern back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant and good evening. Stay tuned. Primary election 2022 coverage courtesy of West Media Group coming your way after 9 o'clock tonight when the election results start coming in. And I will talk with you later here on your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. Again, your final score, Peters Township 7 and Connellsville 0. So, everybody.
Welcome to our fast forward window. How can I assist you?
I'd like to pick up one of your trucks, please.